with Microsoft Managed Key, that means that Microsoft is going to be responsible for encrypting your data, rotating the keys on your data, because storage account is a very sensitive service. So we recommend that you have your storage environment encrypted. So if you go for Microsoft Managed Key, Microsoft is going to deal with that headache. They're going to encrypt and going to rotate the keys. They're going to change the keys to your data when okay, they already have the system in place. In some cases, you might say, I don't want Microsoft to manage the encryption of my data. So I'm going to bring my own key. So that means that you have to deal with the overhead management of securing your data. So use cases, government. So if you are working for the government and some of the regulations require that you, the government contractor, needs to have access to the keys that is being used to encrypt your data, then you will go for customer managed keys. You want to be in control, right? As a customer, you want to be in charge, you want to be in control of your data. Bring your key. But if you bring your key, you can see that there are not much to do here. But if I choose customer managed keys, now I need to create a secret vault. Okay, I need to create a key vault where I need to set up the location for where my encryption keys are going to be stored. And then I have to manage how to rotate those keys. So you want to look at the overhead for managing that. So whichever works for you, you're fine. So just know that as a customer, you can either use Microsoft managed keys or customer managed keys. I think there is in AWS, there is key management systems, KMS.
KMS, yes.
There is KMS and there is HMS, right? What is HMS?
HMS is the HSM.
HSM, sorry, HSM.
Hardware
Secret value.
And I believe you guys have it as well in Azure. It's also the cloud. The key is called yours is called Key Vault, and
yeah,
the other one is the cloud. So I can't remember what it's called. It's also like a module, like a device where you store your keys as well.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So just know that in Azure, there is Azure Key Vault. So the Azure Key Vault is where you store your secrets, your keys, your certificates, your encryption keys. That is where you store your encryption keys. Let's go ahead and create those storage accounts. Encryption, I'm going to use Microsoft Managed Key. And
yeah, Mr. Lekan, please, before you move ahead, maybe I missed that. On the key, on the encryption type, under Microsoft Managed Keys and Custom Managed Keys, if organization decided to choose Microsoft Managed Key, would that attract additional charges?
no.
Okay.
No. So that means Microsoft will take over. Okay, hardware security model. Must be used as a key vault. So you need to create a key vault or an HSM. Okay, so you're going to provide your key for encryption. I want to see where the pricing is. There's it. Yeah, it doesn't. Let's see. Pricing. But this is how we, even in the workplace, there's no Mr. Know-it-all. Google it, man. Azure Storage encryption pricing. Scopes. Okay, so well, this is a Microsoft. Okay, so if you still have any issues, yeah, I don't know if this answers a bit, but okay, acquisition scope, approximately $1 per month. Let's check these out. This is a pricing page for storage. So before we go, let's just talk about it. So these are what you are going to be paying for. Okay. Write operations for locally redundant storage. Okay. Remember, prices vary across regions, so across geographic locations. So if we switch this over to UK, the price is going to be different. And yeah, switch over to US. You see, there's a change in the prices. UK West. All right, so just know that you're paying for write operations per 10,000. Okay, and for every 10,000 read operations, depending on the tier, premium, hot, cool, archive, this is what you're going to be charged. And okay, encryption scopes enables you to optionally manage encryption at the level of the container. Okay, so there's a price that comes with, I think this is if you are using customer managed key. Okay, all right, even with Microsoft managed key. So if you want to have more understanding about encryption scope, check out this documentation. So that's what security engineers. I'm not a security engineer. So the security engineers here that wants to learn more about pricing for encryption in Azure, storage accounts management, check out that documentation. Okay, few minutes to go. So we created the storage account. Let's see. Okay. It takes few minutes. Okay, so deployment, initializing, submitting deployment. It doesn't take long. So if you check I think I shared the lab. Share that in the chat. Okay. Yes, deployment is complete. Go to resource. We create a storage account for Madiba app. And you can look at my subscription. I'm using the pay as you go. My storage account was created in West US. I'm using a locally redundant storage application. My account is storage GP version 2. Okay. So anything? Okay, nothing much is going on right now. So let's check. Remember we talked about containers. Okay, file shares, queues, and tables. So depending on the data, this is where we configure the storage solution for them. So with a blob storage, you use a container. So create a container. But remember, always have a naming convention. Dbar app dash storage dash blob. So I'm not going to be exposing this to the public. It's going to be private. No encryption. All right, so this blob has been created. So now, why? There's a policy blocking this. Says so there's a policy blocking the creation of my blob storage. Policies. I don't have any policies right now. Total resource group. Okay, so there's a permission issue right now. I can't create that. I can't create a storage account. So what do we do in this case? If you have this kind of challenge in the office, you switch.
You check your permissions in AD.
Yeah.
See if you're authorized to take such action.
But I want to use
Or do you need to use P2 license?
no, that's Active Directory.
Okay. I don't want to troubleshoot now. I'm going to create this in another subscription storage. Okay, so I have this storage accounts. How to finish my one. Create.
storage resource group. Can you see? You know, I used Madiba app the other time. I can't use it again. So, you know, just put a number to designate it. View, create. All right, so this is how we create storage accounts. So let's check some other storage accounts we have here. This TY below. Okay, the same thing, but in this case, is a read access geo redundant storage. That's the replication option that was chosen. And let's check if there's anything. All right, so let's create a container. TY below storage. Private, create, successfully created. So now I can start uploading photos. Okay. So create a storage account, upload files, share with us. Let's try. Can anybody go into the portal and do this now? Go into your portal, go into your accounts, create a storage account, upload a file, maybe a picture, a video. Show us. Let's check. Just test what you've learned now. Go in, upload a video. Upload a file. So I'm looking for a file to upload. Okay. So I'm going to upload this file, Terraform script.yaml. So now, everybody do me a favor. Let's go in and see if you can access that file.
I'm getting some code, XML code message.
It's not available, right? It's
Well,
not
just
available.
giving me the soft, like the code behind it.
No, it's not the code. It's just an error message saying it is not available. This should be what you are getting. Let's see. So I also want to check it out. Right? Is
Yes.
this what you get? Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to make it public. It's because I didn't make it public. So let's make it public. So I can make it public from here. Change access level, make container, read access. But you know, never do this, never under no circumstance, never make your storage accounts public. Never make your containers public. Otherwise, somebody will collect your badge. So try again. You should be able to access that.
I have access now.
You have access. Okay.
YAML something.
So if I want to see real-time transactions, let's go to metrics, egress. So for as many of us that are trying to access that file, I can see the transaction in real time. So I'm looking at egress, that's outbound request. Okay, let's see ingress. All right, so this inbound request to access that file. I can see that in real time. End-to-end latency. So this for performance monitoring. Transactions, okay? So you can see just, so there's a spike. Perhaps some of us were able to, yeah, so a lot of people around this time tried to access that file. So that's a Terraform script that you can play around with. I think I've shared that before.
Yes, it's a YAML file. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do a more analysis of these metrics in such a way to determine where the traffic of ingress is coming from?
Well, that would be on your firewall. If you have monitoring tools, Qualys, Splunk, Sentinel, firewall, you can use that to monitor, pinpoint where this traffic is coming from.
We want to be sure Russia is not accessing us.
Okay, so that's how we create a storage account. I've showed us how to create storage accounts. I've showed us how to upload file into our container, so blob files. Okay, so next class, I will show us, we'll continue from here. Let me see. So next class. So next class, we will look at Azure File Storage. Storage. So we have looked at, okay, so on Thursday, we are going to look at, see, it's very wide. We're going to look at how to secure the endpoints. I think this is the last one. We did this. So we already did this. So we can configure custom domains for our storage accounts. So if we come here, TY below, under security and networking, okay. Maybe I want to at least servers created in this DNS zone will be able to access the resource in this storage account. So all these are ways to harden access to the storage account, to secure the storage account. Okay, so it's very important you know this. So if you are in an interview and you are asked, okay, so what is the best practice for storage account? Never expose it to the public. Okay, so how are my servers be able to communicate with the storage accounts? If I have a web app that is running in an app service, how is it going to be able to communicate with the storage account. Then you want to say, okay, we can configure a private endpoint, okay, to route traffic through a dedicated channel to that resource, okay? Never expose your storage accounts to the public. Never expose it to the public. All right. Do we have another question? We'll continue from here on Thursday. So the next thing we're going to look at is shared access signature. We're going to look at shared access signature, lifecycle management, and then we'll continue with file storage. So in the lab, I want you to go into the lab and start lab 7. Okay, everybody, go into lab 7, create a storage account, automate your configuration, your deployment. Just follow the steps. So this step is just telling us how to create a storage account. Look at the architecture diagram. The storage account is task 1. You have a resource group, you have a network, you have a subnet, create a virtual machine. Okay. So please start the lab. If you can complete the lab before Thursday, fine. You should be able to, just 40 minutes or 1 hour max to complete this.
That 40 minutes is not real.
Okay. So